Okay, so this is a little bit of character development. At one point on Ferdinand, we were trying to figure out who the casting of the bulls were because we had El Primero here, and we had these bunch of slobs right here who basically we couldn't really tell why he wouldn't choose Ferdinand right off the bat. Because we have Angus who couldn't see, but he was a heck of a charger, so he got to stay in the film. And we had this little guy here, this skinny guy we called Bones, who we turned into the Bones that you see in the movie. Fast, aggressive, hiding his feelings, his main problem being detachment. Then we had this guy, Unicorn. He unfortunately didn't have very many redeeming qualities that would keep him away from being taken out of the ranch. So he fell by the wayside. And then we had this guy right here. At the time, we had called him Cookie because he was kind of crusty on the outside and soft in the middle, and he's a little out of shape here. So we were going through the cast, and we were just like, well, we're getting pretty thin. Our herd is thinning out. So the producer and the director were just like, what can we do with any of these characters? So we went through and we did some development on it. And I just want to show you what happened to Cookie here, because at the time he was simply a foil for Valiente to show how strong Valiente was. We eventually swapped that role out to another bull who was really vain and insecure. But in the meantime, what do you do with Cookie? So I had an idea. So this is the pitch for the origin of Cookie. Open at the statue of Rancho de Campeones, and it's in the Indulto bull, the one who got away, the Alpha Bull, the legend. And on a dark and stormy night at Rancho de Campeones, an unmarked research van releases a dangerous payload. Guys in hazmat suits pulling on a chain in the pouring rain, revealing this guy. Cookie, created by man, raised by machine, a destroyer of worlds. His arrival did not go unnoticed. He was created entirely in a lab. Huge, stoic, impassive, he lurches past his bunkmates and decided to go to sleep. This is how he sleeps. This is how he expresses himself. The same Frankensteinish scowl when either he's exercising or enjoying sunsets. And if anyone ever had anything snarky to say about his love of sunsets, because he's soft in the middle, same sound but louder, that dead-eyed stare would stop anybody from ever mentioning it again. But when Ferdinand arrives at the ranch, he was the only one who's completely unfazed by Cookie's stoicism. You kind of saw right through it. But that stoicism was tested when Ferd was spotted doing a training drill and a cute little bunny wandered into the middle of Ferd's charge. Now, this part stayed in the movie. Cookie's stoicism crumbled. Boom! Thankfully, Ferd managed to miss the bunny in the last second. But the other bulls were concerned about Ferd because he was a monster, and they got to start training harder, or they're going to get taken off as cattle. But Cookie, well, he was far more concerned for this little bunny. Cookie saw that the poor thing was shell-shocked, so he took it to a stall and cared for him, scaring the heck out of the bunny. But he didn't want anybody commenting on his sensitivity, so he hid it. He kept it a secret. So he decided to secretly hoard his share of the food and bring it back to his recovering little bunny. And soon enough, the two bonded pretty well. And when Ferdinand found the two enjoying the sunset, he didn't criticize, because Ferdinand loves sunset too. Ferdinand also discovered the bunny was a pretty good translator for Cookie's rumblings. All he ever said was, but the bunny, at the time anyway, could talk. And from that moment onward, Cookie wasn't concerned about how others reacted to his sensitive side. But Bunny, and through Bunny, the herd found out that Cookie was actually a pretty sharp wit. And he wound up fitting right in. So he wound up becoming eventually Maquina. Now you can see here how, he was still soft in the middle, with his little white stripe, and he moved like a robot because he was created in a lab. His relationship with the bunny didn't really quite survive, but nonetheless, it's a fun little bit of character development that I got to be a part of, which was fun.